everyone. Welcome back to another of our live stream. And on our live stream today, we have none other than our very own corporate outreach lead, Mrs. Shanae Lavanda Howell. Shanae,
Hi,
how are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm well. Thank you so much for having me, Henry.
You're welcome. The pleasure is all ours. We're glad you could join us today. And before we get started, I'd just like you to tell us briefly about yourself.
I am a business process analyst with Hyundai and really Hyundai Auto Ever America. And in my function, I am a project manager. So I am currently implementing a core HR system with Success Factors, which is by SAP. Um, this is my first time working in this capacity of a project this large and managing $8 million by myself. So this is really a great experience for me, and ensuring that this HR project is not only their core system, but also transitioning 8,500 employees to a new system to utilize a new technology, creating a payroll system that's really beneficial for the teams across two markets. So in the U.S. team as well as our Mexico team.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of work, but at the same time, a whole lot of fun. I'm guessing you're having so much fun there, right?
It's work, right? We can't really say that necessarily work is always fun, but you do your best.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. And so today we're here to talk about the PMI Mentorship Program. I know you joined as a mentee, and yeah, I just wanted to know what your experience was like. How did you come to find the mentorship program, and how has it worked for you?
In terms of project management, I've been a member for quite a few years. Well, not quite a few, but like I was in project management Atlanta at first, and then once I moved to San Diego about 7 months ago, I wanted to make sure that I have a different experience and I'm much more active and engaging. So once I joined Project Management San Diego, actually, Miss Alana had reached out to me, and she was very engaging. And from there, I just really learned about all of the opportunities that not only the organization is providing globally, but in terms of our local chapters. And so it was always one of my things that I wanted to do in terms of engaging professionally. And so I thought that the mentorship program would be perfect for me. And once I learned about it, and I've had a awesome experience, like this was one of the best professional experiences that I've had thus far in any professional group that I'm a part of.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, could you share some light as to what how the program works? Do you guys like sit in a class? Have a teacher, a mentor talk to you guys, teach you guys things or stuff? How does it go? For those of us that are really, are kind of new to this.
For sure. So the coaching pods are set up by the season, basically. So there's a winter and there's a winter and a fall. I know in some chapters there may be a summer coaching pod. So basically, you identify what are your interests in terms of your career trajectory or whatever your ultimate goal is, contingent upon what are you looking for from the organization and what can you gain. And so for me, I as a fairly new project manager under 5 years, um, it was important for me to understand not only the project management methodologies and strategies, but also in terms of engaging in a new space. This is a new space for me in terms of me being in tech. Like I've come from logistics and manufacturing in that aspect for a tech company, but now I'm actually with another tech company doing actual technical work. So for me, I just wanted to understand how do I navigate in that space, but also how well do I engage and interact in terms of the project life cycle. And so the mentorship program really helped me with that. My mentor was amazing, Miss Vanessa Burgois. Like, it was just amazing. And it's also my fellow mentees. The group was just really dynamic. In terms of our meeting style, we met every Tuesday and it was all virtual. So we would meet on the Zoom because everybody was in a different place and we all did different things, but it was completely helpful. And it was just very open and a very open flow. There wasn't any restrictions. Basically, we would identify a topic and that topic would spiral into something else, but everything was all about our experiences in each of our industries, and learning from what your peer is doing in their industry and knowing how to catapult that to your situations. That was remarkable, and I really did appreciate that because the structure wasn't too restrictive. It was very open, it was very clear. Also, from the mentor aspect of it, our mentor is very experienced. She has 30 plus years of experience in project management. So that was very insightful. And she was able to really break things down for us and make us really understand, because all of us were kind of at that same level where we were like kind of five, under 10 years in terms of project management. So that was awesome.
Awesome, awesome. And I see we have Aliona chipping into what you're saying, trying to put more information out there about the mentorship program. She's saying that the 2024 program for mentor volunteers and mentees registration deadline is Friday, September 2nd, 2022. So please plan accordingly. This is for anyone that might be out there planning on joining the program as a mentee. Registration is on. Deadline is September 2nd. You want to jump on that train before it leaves, please reach out to those that are in charge of this and get on that train as soon as possible. Back to you, Shanae. So, would you say this is a great platform for anyone trying to learn more about project management and build a career in the project management industry?
I definitely would encourage it because regardless of what level you are at in terms of your years of experience, if you're transitioning, regardless of your industry, it is very helpful to have someone that's a part of your supportive tribe. And that was a big thing for me. Like, once I transitioned here to San Diego, professionally, I didn't know anyone here outside of obviously my coworkers, but to be able to engage and understand, like, hey, sometimes you're going to come across issues within your project that you're the only person on your team that knows how to deal with it. And if you don't know how to deal with it, who can you go to and seek that support? Sometimes it's just not about just what are you learning from your direct manager? You need other people that are in your space in terms of project management, those that have experience, those that help you cultivate how to lead your teams. You need that support. And so that's what that mentorship or that coaching pod provided for me. They were an outside source that was able to help me understand from a different perspective, especially someone with experience that has dealt with several different projects, and how to just know when, okay, hey, if you're having an issue with change management, these are the steps that you need. If you're having an issue with addressing the stakeholders, this is the route that you need to take.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so we have a viewer asking, Anna. She's asking, is there a fee for this program or is it included in a membership?
No, there is not a fee for the program. In terms of being a member of Project Management Institute, there is a fee for that. You do have to pay to be a part of the organization. I'm not sure what that fee is across the board, but then you also have a fee for your local chapter. So wherever your local area is, you would identify that.
Awesome, awesome. So thank you, Anna, for that question. I think Brenda is also chipping in to answer a question there. So basically, I guess this is another point that brings out the importance of being a part of a professional body like a Project Management Institute, especially San Diego chapter. And so for those people out there that are trying to trying to enter into the project management field, for those that are already in the project management field but always want to be a part of a body of professionals, like-minded professionals. I think it's always great to just reach out, be a part of it. I mean, there's so many benefits. I, for one, having before actually getting to know PMI, I thought that the mentorship program was going to be very expensive. I didn't even realize it's just all part of the membership program. So, I mean, it's a great place to learn. It's a great place to build experience. Go ahead. September 2nd is the deadline for registration. You want to jump on
Yes,
that train as soon as possible.
for
So,
sure.
Sinead, back to you. I know you've talked so much about the mentorship program. I'm guessing it was really helpful for you. But I want to ask, before joining the PMI mentorship program, have you tried any other program somewhere? Did you get experience from any other place before that?
No, outside of just me being an awesome person, right, and engaging with the right groups of people,
Yeah,
and just my own experience in terms of my professional experience, but I am a part of other professional organizations, but in terms of specifically project management, no, I'm not a part of any other organization. So it was very important to me to not only be a part of PMI Global, but also find where my niche is going to be, because I want to be able to speak to other professionals, whether they're in my industry or not, but just understand how did they circumvent any issues that they've ever had professionally, as well as just being a project manager, because sometimes it can be very stressful, right? When you're managing multiple projects or a single large project, and you have so many hats under this particular role. So I was able to connect and find that support, and that was what was key for me, and that's what's important to me, what I would continue to do. Like in the future, I really hope that I will become a mentor of this, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be of this chapter, but I want to be a project management mentor as well.
said like a great like a boss. I like that. You've learned from the program and you feel you need to give back. I just love that. It just goes ahead to show that you're an awesome person, like you said.
Ah, thank you very much. I see that we have some questions.
Yeah. So another question from Anna. She's asking, is this suitable for someone who is aspiring to be a project manager? She says she's not yet a project manager. So what would you say to that?
So definitely, you definitely do not have to be. That is not a requirement. You do not have to be a project manager to participate in the mentorship program. So the mentorship program is for aspiring project managers, current project managers, experienced, seasoned project managers. It's not really about what your specific role is. It's really about identifying where you are and where you want to be, and then in that space, you're going to identify, okay, well, you know what? I think that my skill set aligns with what is the criteria for a project manager, because you're already probably a project manager in your current role without the title. You're probably already managing projects. You're probably leading teams already. You probably, you know, dealing with different budgets and identifying, what are risks to whatever you're doing, what type of risk tolerance that you have. So you definitely don't have to have that specific title or role to participate in this coaching program. And I see that the next question is there an age requirement? There is not an age requirement to be a part of PMI. And I want to encourage you, regardless of whatever your age is, whether you're young, we are definitely working on our outreach in terms of ensuring that we are reaching that group of younger individuals. That is so important. That is one of our key focal points that we're working on right now as an organization and as a chapter specifically, to really engage with a younger generation.
True. And just to add to what Shanae said, I'd really advise, even if you're still in college somewhere, you're not really sure if project management is for you, still just feel free, join. I think there's actually discounts for students as well. Join, it's all free. Get all the experience you want to get. you know the sooner you start, the better. I'll say that for sure. A lot of us, sometimes later in our career realize, I think management is a thing for me. So starting earlier, getting that head start, all of that experience, all of that knowledge, trust me, you can't go wrong with that. So jump on that wagon. You won't regret it.
That is definitely important. And I will say, speaking um in terms of student memberships, when I initially joined PMI, I joined under a student membership. And that right there that was before I became a project manager in my function.
Yeah.
Although, and that's another thing, my title is not project manager, right? My title is a business analyst, but in my current function, I am a project manager. However, in terms of joining the organization, I did join under a student membership. And also, when I joined PMI San Diego, that was one of the focal points that I wanted to address. Like, hey, how well are we engaging with those student memberships? Because that can be a large population, because those are individuals who are identifying where they want to be professionally. And I think that we can help narrate that with them.
True, very true, very true. So students are welcome. Professionals in various fields, you're welcome. Everybody, military personnel too.
Definitely.
We totally welcome every person. So don't be shy. Don't feel you don't match the criteria. Trust me, you do. All right. So next question. So you've been there, you've done that, and you've conquered. What are your three takeaways from the entire program?
So we learned so much, so much. It was almost like a space of venting after work type of ordeal, right? So all of us would collectively address our experiences that we had from the day or the current project and everything. So one thing, three things that I would say would be a takeaway for me that I learned and I want to share is, the very first thing is, it's very important to package your delivery, to disengage emotionally, right? I, as an individual, I'm a very passionate person, and I'm very passionate about my work ethic, how I engage, how I represent myself as a professional. And in all spaces, you understand that everybody may not operate the way that you operate. And that's okay. You have to be okay with that. But you also have to be able to deliver what your message is in a professional, but also those that are straight to the point will do it straight to the point. Those that kind of, they may package it a little bit differently, but it's all about understanding how to package your delivery and disengage emotionally. Like, you cannot have your emotions when you're talking to a large group of people and your project is going off course. Like, you just can't do it, because
Yeah.
everybody's focus is not your focus. That's the key. That's the first piece. So the second part is, I think it's very important to that identify who you are. Are you a manager or are you a leader? A manager only gives you tasks, right? And you follow up, and they want to sure, okay, did you complete these tasks in this, specific time frame? And that's it. There's nothing else. That's what a man does. But are you a leader? And a leader is going to help facilitate the team to become better wherever they are and whatever skills that they have. So that's a really big thing for me in my personal life and professional life. Am I a manager or am I a leader? And I've been identified a leader in all of my professional spaces. So I want to continue that. So that's that's very, very important. That's what you have to identify. And it's like, if you just want to be just a manager, it's there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are very, very functional people, right? And
True.
you just have to identify where your lane is. And the last thing is, um, it's important to really foster innovation. I'm speaking from a place of I represent the tech industry. So of course, I'm always thinking about what's new, what's hot. But regardless of what industry you are a part of, foster innovation, because not only foster innovation and cultivating new ideas, right? But and fostering that, you want to still be able to be a highlight in that space that you're in. You want to speak from a very positive place, because that's what's going to help motivate your team. That's what's going to get you to point A to point B. Yes, we all have tasks that we have to complete. We all have functions that need to be done, but you have to still be able to lead your team and motivate your team. So if you see that someone, a constituent on your team, is like, hey, I have an ideal, you have to foster that. You have to nurture that and really push for that, because some of the greatest minds are the people that we work with on a daily basis, but they're so in a box because no one is nurturing what they believe or their idea. And so that's a really big deal for me. And that goes into a whole different type of discussion, but that goes into also the culture of the organization that you work with as well.
Sweet. I mean, you guys are just dropping bombs on me right there. Like,
They are.
I'm listening to you, and then Dixie drops this right there in the comments, and I had to write it down real quick. I'm like, nah, I can't let this one go. Like, Dixie is saying, a mentor taught me to remove emotions out of it and attack the problem and not the person.
Exactly.
That is very good right there, right there. Thanks, Dixie, for sharing this. We also have other viewers, chipping in, saying leaders influence people to change in an intricate way. You can back orders all day, but a leader will change culture for the better. See, like I said, solid bombs. That's what you guys are just dropping.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing that. We also have someone I think just following up with what we said, the earlier you start, the better, and stuff like that. Brenda also saying there that, she agrees it's a life skill. Project management is indeed a life skill that is needed across the board in every profession. And so if there's anyone still sitting on the line trying to think, it's project management really for you? It's a safe environment to come in, check, test the grounds and see, is this really for you? And trust me, you probably won't be wrong trying it out. And so just to go through the 3 takeaways you said again, for those people that missed it, I wrote them down because, man, those are solid gold right there. First one, you said, package what you're delivering. Nice. Second, identify who you are. And the third, foster innovation, which I really, really agree with. Some people at some point in time always just, are stuck with the old ways and, choose not to go with the new trend, choose not to look for new ways to improve or grow. And it really, really kills growth. But just that last one, foster innovation, say the sky is the starting point for anybody that follows that. So we're gradually coming towards the end of this live stream. It's crazy how time flies when you're having fun or just getting all of this solid information you're sharing with us. So I want to ask one last question before we go back to to our viewers, if they just have anything they want to ask, or if there's anything else you want to share with them. And this last question is going to be, so PMI mentorship program, what your honest review is, good or bad?
It is good. It is good. Like I said, I definitely had an awesome experience. I definitely want to participate again. I have built new rapports and relationships with all of my fellow mentees, and that we still have an ongoing, chat thread for whatever issues that we have or whatever we want to address, any questions that we have, because one of the key things that I identify with this coaching pod is about influence as well. And I know that somebody just said leaders influence people to change in an intrinsic way, and that so true, because I was going to say, being authentic and being an influencer, right? Those things are key when you're interacting with people. And that's what this program will help you do. Help you understand what your influence is and how are you going to share that influence? How are you going to spread that influence? And so that is one of my main takeaways for this program. And I would encourage everyone to definitely be a part of the coaching pod. So I agree. I would do it again. I want to become a mentor in the future, and even still, I still want to, like I said, be another mentee as well in another group.
Sweet. Awesome. There you have it, viewers. Highly recommends. You've heard it. If you're on the lines thinking about it, feel free, reach out to me, reach out to Shanae, reach out to Aliona Fraser. I'm going to put a comment up here so you can find her in the comments section there. Reach out to her and she can give you more information about the program, the process, what you need to do, link you up with the right people to talk to, and set you on your way to that that journey to the world of project management. So anything else you'd like to share with our audiences, Shanae, before we call it a day on this one?
Sure. Just be yourself. Like, I think that outside of our professional area, right? We know that social media is taking us all by storm, right? And it's helping us navigate who we are, or it's kind of like we're kind of going back and forth with identifying who we are. You have to find what your authentic self is, and you have to highlight that in whatever space that you're in, whatever industry you're in. Be true to yourself, be proud of yourself, and move forward. That's all I can say. Be proud of yourself and move forward. That is a constant effort that I'm making every single day, to be proud of myself and identify, hey, I accomplished this. I went from point A to point B, and I'm trying to get to Z. And however long it takes me is however long it takes me. Long as I have a very supportive group of professionals around me and my friends that help cultivate, any direction that I want to go, those things are important.
Sweet. So you have, for sure, I know you already have like 2 people here already convinced that they want to do this. I'm guessing we're getting positive feedback already. Dixie is saying she's going to be in touch with Aliona. Leona, you want to reach out to Dixie so she gets all of the information she needs. Buddy over here as well is saying he knows he's a leader. I know you're a leader, and he's going to help change lives. Go for it, bro.
There we go.
For it. No holding back. Just go for it. Chakri saying great feedback on the program. Again, we have
Zadani, awesome interview and information.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. I'm guessing we're already getting those positive feedbacks from people. I'm guessing you're already helping people, identify what they want to do and their next steps. Great feedback, everyone.
Thank you all for attending and watching. We will continue to have these sessions as well. Thank you, Henry. You're awesome for putting this piece together.
Thank you for joining us today. Pleasure is all mine. All right, let's see. Just before we go, I want to make sure we get everybody.
Hey, Mark, how are you? Thank you for attending. Thank you so much for watching.
There you go.
Thank you, Virginia. It's my best.
Yeah, I don't know why this person's name didn't come up, but whoever it is, thank you.
Thank you.
So Shanae, it's been wonderful having you. All of that information was just so like it was just treasures unlimited, and we really appreciate you. We really wish you the best in all of your endeavors, and hopefully we get you on the show sometime soon again to keep on sharing all those your accomplishments and all of the experiences you've had. For all of our viewers, we appreciate you. We're glad to help. If there's any information you feel you need, feel free to reach out to me, to Shanae, to Aliona. We would be glad to point you in the right direction or help you with all of the things you might need concerning project management, PMI, and mentorship program. Everyone, thank you, thank you, thank you. All of your support has been overwhelming. We hope to catch you again in the nearest future on our live stream. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Yes, and you don't have to join your local chapter. You can join wherever you are. You can join whatever chapter you want. So just keep that in mind.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. It doesn't have to be PMI San Diego. It could be PMI Atlanta, PMI wherever you are, something close to you. Get all that support you need. Check, Google it, find them on LinkedIn. Most PMI chapters have their pages on LinkedIn. Look for them. If you can't find them, reach out to us. We'll link you up with them. Just don't sit and wait.
Yes.
Get to work.
Yes.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Everybody, have a good night.